But what was it about the army lifestyle initially that attracted you? What was it that were you looking for something particular, or was there a particular interest that made you move towards the military lifestyle?
Um, I had a desire to serve, and my father had been in the Navy in the late 50s, so very when we weren't officially in Vietnam, but kind of early Vietnam time frame.
Mm.
Although my father did not consider himself to be a Vietnam veteran. Um, there was a time period here in the U.S. The 60s and the 70s were kind of rough on the U.S. I think they probably were globally, but um, in the 80s, it kind of started to become cool to be patriotic again and to be proud of being an American again, and
Mhm.
to serve your country. And at that time, we were an all volunteer army, but there was very much an appeal for that. And I spent my formative years in a very small town, working class upbringing, and I was drawn to that. I wanted to serve my country, and I wanted to be a part of something larger than myself, and I wanted to be challenged. I wasn't interested in going into the military to have them pay for college, although that was certainly a benefit. I wasn't interested in going in to learn a trade. I wanted to do something that I could say very few people do that. I jumped out of airplanes. I dealt with explosives and automatic weapons, and I did things that were dangerous, and the type of things that they make movies about. One of my favorite movies of the time period. There's a movie that's based on the SAS called The Final Option. I don't know if you remember that film, but that's the kind of stuff that I wanted to do. Swooping in on helicopters and sliding down a rope onto a rooftop and going through the door with a submachine gun. And that's what really drew me into going into a career in special operations, starting in the Rangers and ultimately culminating as a Green Beret, and then on to JSOC at the end of my career.